Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Cap Nation Live. Monday afternoon edition. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody tuning in with us on this beautiful and blessed Monday afternoon. Angels Athletics underway. What can we say, folks? What can we say? I'm not on it. I know some people on the Athletics. They're probably squeezing their sphincter right now with the Angels having bases loaded with one out after opening up the game in the first inning with a runner on second base and no outs. Oakland with a 2-0 lead. Can the Angels do some damage? I do know, I don't want to say a lot of people, but I do know a good amount of people that are riding the over 9 right now, and a couple of them have it extremely large in the mid 5-figure range. Just put it that way. No, it's not me. I'm not on that play. But I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody no matter what side you're on. So welcome, everybody. It's going to be a great day today. Hopefully you guys can all hear me exceptionally well. And I don't know what the heck's going on with the screen, but you know, you get a close up and sometimes the overlay this, overlay that. We'll figure it out. Whole new operating system for us here. So welcome, everybody. One day I'll get my live chat up and running so I can actually see who's here. Jeff tuning in, what's going on? I know we were just text messaging. Tom, what is going on? Big Dave Mall, we were just shooting some messages back and forth. Trainwreck, Aaron, Chad. Kadio, what is going on, my brother? Mr. Bayer says, good afternoon. Kyle and crew. Kadio says, it seems like Bassett puts them on base. Then after that, he's striking them out. Tim, what is going on? Says, hello, Cap Nation. Tar Heel Tim in the house. Everybody tuning in. Small little crew today. Glad to have everybody that we do. Nonetheless, Billy Whoop says, nice to catch you live. Thank you, Billy. Again, thanks for signing up for my all-in package yesterday. I know I had an off day and shit the bed, but glad to have everybody on board, that's for sure. And we'll turn it around. You know, you can't have winning day after winning day after winning day after winning day without the losing days. And unfortunately, the weekend for myself, my personal plays were a tad bit on the rough side. Premium plays, not bad. Ended up having a winning day yesterday, going 3-2. We dropped our big Sunday play, unfortunately. Sometimes that does happen. But nonetheless, ready to rock, ready to roll. Jonathan, what is going on? Ready to have a fantastic week and a great Monday. And it's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one, that's for sure. We got some baseball to talk about. Chad says, have you guys ever thought about putting the strength of your picks so we can gauge how much to bet? Well, if I tell you it's a premium play, it's a top-rated premium play. If I tell you it's a personal play, it's a personal play. If I don't tell you, it could be one of those, or it could be one of our consensus plays, which are normally our daily free plays, but occasionally we give out premium plays. Occasionally we sneak out premium plays or personal plays, and we don't disclose it. That's, you know, one of the better parts of being a member. Being a member of Cappers Direct, you get full access to all the good stuff. And but again, we don't recommend what you should bet. That's up to you. As far as a unit system, we don't do a unit system. I don't believe in a unit system. I straight bet, flat bet all of our plays. It doesn't matter if it's a WNBA play or a Canadian Football League play or one of my personal plays. Chad, I know you remember, but what I was saying is we don't... hold on one second. Let me mute that so we don't get in trouble for airing anything on live. We don't rate our plays. If it's a premium play, then it's a premium play. We bet all of our premium plays the same. The only way to be successful is to bet them exactly the same. If we put out 3 plays, bet them all exactly the same according to your bankroll. If we give out 4 or 5 or 1, bet them the same. Now, after you win a bunch, increase your bankroll or increase your bet size according to your new bankroll. But always keep them the same. It's the only way to remain successful. It's the only way to remain successful. It is 3-0 A's. But no, Chad, I saw your comment on, I believe it was your comment, on somebody else's asking, what unit size the free play was. And it was more towards that. We don't rate our plays. If it's a premium play, it's a great play. If it's a personal play, it's a great play. If it was good enough to make the card, it's probably a quality one. Alrighty. So, I did do something. Michael actually spurred my interest in this the other day. Alex, haven't missed anything juicy yet. I did do a fun parlay. Complete fun money parlay. It was like $60, pays $22,000. I took the remaining, and it's a waste. I'm going to lose it, all right? I'm going to lose it. It's like going out for dinner. Excuse me for the cracking of the monster in your ears. I already know it's a waste, more than likely. $60 pays back $22,000 and change. I took no runs scored in the first inning of the remaining 8 Major League Baseball games. For everybody that doesn't know, we had 2 games that have been postponed due to COVID today. We'll go over that here in just a minute as well. And my thoughts on that, etc., etc., etc. But there were, to start, 12 games. 2 have been postponed due to a COVID outbreak, which hopefully for all of us, they can nip in the bud real quick. 2 have already started, which leaves us 8 games left. So I did bet the remaining 8 games. No run in the first inning for $60 pays back like $22,000 and change. So they're not big plus monies. They're some plus 105 to plus 130s. But you know what I figured? I would take a stab at it. I mean, I've had worse dinners that I've wasted $200 or $300 on that weren't worth it. So heck, might as well throw 60 on it and see what happens. Marcos, what's going on? Zane took Sounders for the game tonight. Michael says, man, I'm telling you, it was intense. 11 of 14 games had no first inning runs. $1 bet to win $8,700. You know, definitely would be intense right there. No doubt about that one. No doubt about that one. The D-backs have definitely stunk it up. I stunk it up yesterday, no doubt about that one. The A's up 3-0. So let's talk about what happened this morning in Major League Baseball. If you don't know, or maybe you just haven't been paying attention, and that's quite all right, 2 games have been postponed. 2 games have been postponed. Let's start with the Orioles and the Marlins. The Orioles were supposed to travel down to Marlins Park today and take on Miami. Miami having 4 players test positive yesterday or over the course of the last weekend for COVID-19. So obviously they ramp up testing. Tests came back early this morning, and it was 8 more players and staff and in total ended up testing positive from Miami. So I think they had a total of 12 or 13 total. Corey, what's going on? Christopher says Miami likes to party. No doubt about that one. So they have 12 or 13 total players and staff members testing positive out of how many they travel with. They do have their taxi squad down in Florida waiting. So they decided to postpone this game. The Miami players stayed in place at their hotels in Philadelphia. They didn't travel back to Miami last night. Retesting everybody and assuming the tests go accordingly, because they're going to test again tonight, and as long as the test results test good tomorrow, the non-infected players and staff and coaching staff and player personnel will travel to Baltimore by bus. They're no longer going to play down in Miami. And they're not going to be playing tomorrow either. So tomorrow's game was also postponed as well. They didn't cancel it. They postponed it with hopes of making it up. So that way everybody can get their full race to 60 in. Because you can't have a season if there's a team that doesn't play. Now, personally, I think Miami should send the entire team and staff into a 14-day quarantine. Let them forfeit every single game they miss, and then force them to play the rest of the season. That's what I would do personally. That's what my vote would be. But then again, I don't get paid the big bucks for that. Now, this also had an effect to the Phillies. Well, Christopher, we don't want them to close up shop. Down one team affects a lot more with the schedule. This also had a little spiral effect for the Phillies. The Phillies and the Yankees. The Yankees were supposed to come into Philadelphia and play the Phillies tonight. And of course, that one's being postponed. But do you blame them? The Yankees, do they really want to go in that locker room? Probably not today. So they take the day off, bring in one of those biochem teams that are capable of coming in and zapping a place completely clean. Let them zap the entire locker room, etc., etc., etc. Give them the day off. Let them come back on Tuesday and resume there. So the Yankees and Phillies, the Phillies players will be tested again. They were summoned back to the field to get tested. They are not allowed to stay. They'll get tested and be sent home. Thanks for the frozen screen update. So the Phillies players will get tested, get sent home, and hopefully their test results will all come back negative, the Phillies and Yankees will be able to start their 4-game series on Tuesday, and I'm sure between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they'll squeeze in a doubleheader for us somewhere along the lines. So those are the two that have been postponed. The fact that they're not canceled is a great thing. Canceled is bad, postponed is okay. Athletics up 3-0 with a total of 9 pending for everybody on the over. D-backs up 2-1. Now, our first personal play does not start for about an hour. So if you're not on our personal play, our premium plays, our first premium play starts in a little under an hour. So if you're not on, you have plenty of time. Same thing with our system plays. Our system plays, we have 3 Major League Baseball system plays starting today. We'll have more starting tomorrow. We'll have KBO starting tomorrow again, or tonight. Same thing with Nippon League, Japanese baseball. So you have plenty of time to get on board if you're not already on board. And if you're not on our system plays, boy, are you missing out. 6-0 over the weekend. And a hell of a great time. 77-4 for our progressive betting style system plays. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep having a blast. And we'll knock these 3 out of the way. We'll have more starting tomorrow in Major League Baseball, as well as the international side as well. Matthew S. says he thinks the Nationals will whip the Blue Jays. We're going to start breaking down some games here. And don't forget our system plays. They're buy 1 week, get a second week free. And that's with the sale price of $200. And that ends Wednesday. That ends Wednesday at midnight. Same thing with premium plays, $99 for a week, ending Wednesday at midnight. So don't miss out, folks. Jason, thanks for jumping on board the buy 1, get 1 free for the system plays. Much appreciated. All right, so what we plan to do today. Do I think Major League Baseball will have a pause? No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think there'll be a pause. I think they're going to play according to plan. You know, and here's the thing. They need to get all the players. And, you know, if they did pause for a week or 10 days, it really wouldn't be that bad of a thing. But the only way that it's going to work is if the players get on board with some type of bubble idea. To the ballpark and home. To the ballpark and home. To the ballpark and the hotel. Ballpark and the hotel. If they want to be pansies, prima donnas, and little bitches, excuse my language, and they don't want to enter a bubble like the NBA's doing, or somewhat like the NHL's doing, I think we're going to have flare-ups. And if there's a flare-up, you should be penalized. You should be penalized. Somehow, some way, lose pay, dock pay, suspended, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, they should be penalized if they contract it. I mean, it is in their best interest to finish the season. Felipe, you're a little bit confused with the underdog term. Can I explain it for dummies? Well, I'm sure we can. We could read you the dictionary or the Google version. and hopefully that will help you. An underdog is a person or group in a competition, usually in sports and creative works, who is probably expected, well, to lose. The party, team, or individual expected to win is called the favorite or top dog. In the case where an underdog wins, the outcome is an upset. That, my friends, courtesy of Google. Darren, what's going on? Constantine, what is going on? Christopher Bayer says absolutely. Accountability. No doubt about it. Sean, I don't have access to your package sitting in front of me. But if you want to email in, they'll be more than happy to take care of that for you. But yeah, if you purchased on the 21st, you will have the buy one, get 1 week. So whatever the date is right around there, yeah, you should have until whatever that date is. But I don't have it on the screen in front of me. Not a problem, Sean. I can take a look. I'll make a note and I'll take a look after the live show too. Make sure your account's good. Marco says it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog. Bottom of the fifth, the Angels getting their butts whooped 3-0. The D-backs up 2-1. Not a problem, Sean. Danny D-Rock in the house. Danny D-Rock in the house. So, we're going to go over some games. You got the Blue Jays, the Nationals, the Cubs and the Reds. My favorite, Atlanta Braves. Getting the Tampa Bay Rays, the Brewers and the Pirates, White Sox and the Indians. The old Royals get the Tigers, the Mariners finishing a 4-game series with the Astros. The Mets with Waka on the mound getting the Red Sox. And that's the remaining 8 games that we have. Constantine, how am I a Braves fan? You'd have to ask my mom. I've been a Braves fan since as long as I can remember, since I was a little boy. Back before they were any good. Matter of fact, in their new ballpark, SunTrust Field, I do have a brick with my name on it. This is #1 Braves fan. The good old Fred McGriff, David Justice. The good old days. Dale Murphy, absolutely. Steve Avery. Good old Greg Maddux, Bobby Cox, John Smoltz. Corey, can we cover the Braves and the Rays game? We're going to go over them all. I may not necessarily have give you an opinion on them, but we will definitely take a look at them and all of that stuff. Remember, you need live odds. Just head to our website, which you can't see on this screen, but you can if I go to that version. Go to our mobile app if you have an Android, or go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the live odds tab, then select Major League Baseball, and you can get your live odds as well. Thank you for everybody that complimented on the Tampa Bay backdrop picture today on the 2x2 wall. I figured all the players were standing, so it would be in an appropriate backdrop. Alex, any update for the iOS release yet? Whenever Apple is done, they don't tell us. Most of Apple is and their developer side is working remotely, so we're at the mercy of Apple. So they're a little backlogged and behind, but as soon as Apple is done reviewing it and approving it, it'll be available. Danny, where can you find it? I have a piece of paper somewhere that says the location of it somewhere. So I will have to find it. I'll see if I can find it somewhere. I know they gave me one at one point. No problem, Alex. And trust me, I'm an Apple user. So the moment it becomes available, I will definitely let you know. That is for sure. And it'll be a great day when the iOS version comes out because I'm an Apple guy. But again, for everybody that doesn't know, we do have a mobile app out. Right now it's out in the Google Play Store for Android users as of right now. The Apple version will be out soon. Could be any day, could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be a month. We're at the mercy of them. Scotty says, hello, hope all is well. First time here. I was wondering if you could tell something about my parlay. I put soon the Brewers, Astros, and Bats to win today. I'm assuming you meant the Rays. I do wish you luck on your parlay, Scotty. Astros are probably a good bet. They're a minus 240 favorite. Or actually, Michael, could be the Nats. Could be the Nats. There you go. There you go. Nationals are minus 125 favorite, a slight favorite there. And the old Brew Crew, a minus 165 against the Pirates. I did release a Mexican soccer game for a personal play of mine to all my personal play clients. Aaron says, let's go A's, but he's biased. Aaron is definitely biased, that's for sure. Bay Area Aaron. Matthew says he's on the Nats. That'll be the very first game that we jump into. We're going to take a look at that one. Let me pop up the live odds for that. And we'll go over all of that here shortly. Annabelle Sanchez, former Brave, on the mound for the Nationals. Trent Thornton on the mound for the Blue Jays. Sanchez is a pitcher that I've got a love-hate relationship betting on. He did have a couple, actually had 3 warm-up starts in spring training back in the end of February and March. He went 2 innings against St. Louis. Gave up 2 hits and a run. He had 2 strikeouts. On the 6th of March, he pitched 4 complete innings. Gave up 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts. On the 6th, he pitched against Miami. 4 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts as well. No runs. Good old Annabelle. Taking a look at October last year. He did get pegged by the Astros. But he's somebody that my love-hate relationship with Annabelle is going back a while. And made me some good money. He's also cost me a couple times as well. Nick Hill says, yesterday the Nationals had so many chances. That they did. That they did. Nationals enter tonight with a record of 1-2. Same thing with the Blue Jays. They're coming off their 3-2 loss against the Yankees. Blue Jays coming off their extra inning loss to the Tampa Bay Rays, which made a tremendous comeback yesterday. Unfortunately, they didn't cover the run line. It was something that I was on. Two-run triple in the 10th to get the win, 6-5. Matthew S. says, what's the biggest bet I've ever made? I don't mind you asking. We actually showed it off a couple years ago on Cap Nation Live. I actually showed the actual ticket. I actually bet it twice. Well, the dollar amount twice. It was $100,000 on the Yankees Game 2 against the Astros a couple years ago. And we lost with an Altuve walk-off home run by the cheaters, which apparently they were cheating. I won it back the very next day, plus a little bit of juice on the Yankees plus 105. So all was well. But $100K a couple of times. Sabino, what's your lock for today? Well, if you want the lock for today, you will have to sign up on the website. But we will definitely go over the games, give you guys some breakdowns, go over some of the games that we've already given out for free in our daily free play video. But if you're just wanting me to run down the list and read you my plays, that all the clients here that have them, not going to happen. Hey, everybody, look, the clown is here. The clown is here. See you later, Sarge Mex. Scotty says, sorry, and yes, I meant the Nats. I was thinking Cubs, but most people seem to be going with the Reds, so I got nervous. Stack Guap in the house. What is going on? No, Stack, not you. This guy that comes in here every time we go live, we already know who he is. Remember, guys, there's no dumb questions here. The only dumb question is the ones you don't ask. So if you do have a question, feel free to post it up. I'll be more than happy to answer it. If I don't see it, sometimes I'm not on the live chat screen, so give it a minute. And if I do see it, or if I don't answer it in an appropriate amount of time, feel free to ask it again. Reginald, my brother, what is going on? Glad to see you tuning in. And Tim says, hi, Robert, been a while. Love it. Jeff says he's calling you a clown, but he's watching your YouTube channel. Exactly. Mr. Allen, what is going on? Mr. Allen, what is going on? Sabina says, definitely subscribing. Take 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Tap the little bell right next to it. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop content. You will be notified. And then, do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up. To the one douchebag that hit the thumbs down, it's okay. We welcome you too, and we appreciate you being here as well. Sabino says, first time to your channel, what's your favorite sport to gamble? My favorite sport, whichever one we're betting on. I'm non-denominational when it comes to betting on sports. Could be the Tijuana Turtles, could be Major League Baseball, the KBO, college football. Sky says, you seem down to earth type of guy. I will subscribe and see how your picks are. Best luck to everyone with their picks today. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate that. Cussing doesn't tell you who did the thumbs down. No, but we can probably guess who it was, the guy that I kicked out. But it doesn't matter to me if you guys hit the thumbs down or the thumbs up. We appreciate everybody that's here in the user interaction, the comments in the comment section, and all of that good stuff. Alex has got to run. You're in good hands. Excellent hands of Kyle. Thank you, Alex. And I know you were asking for merchandise, Alex, and I want you to know it has been ordered. Hats, mugs, shirts, and all of that good stuff. So you guys have actually been asking for it for years, and it's been something that we've neglected on you guys. So it's in the works. It's been ordered, paid for. Just got to have them screen printed, embroidered, and delivered. So that should be fun. That should be fun. Some good stuff coming. Christopher Bear says, got a dust for clown prints. No doubt about it. We all know that one. Definitely, Alex. We've got size small to XXX coming and everywhere in between. Robert Allen says, so Kyle, what's going on with all these underdogs winning last couple of days, big upsets? It's a race to 60 games. Pitchers have the advantage right now. Most teams have an excellent pitching rotation these days. There's not many teams that don't have a quality pitching rotation. And you're seeing a lot of these star players struggle offensively because they're not in game shape. They're not where they are. Where they should be in a postseason mode. 60-game sprint, they should be in a postseason mode from the get-go. We should be in a playoff atmosphere from the get-go. And you have to evaluate a team. Let's take a look at some of these teams that have, struggled so far. Struggled to score. Okay? Take a look at, hold on one second. Let me take a look at something real quick. For a good example, the Detroit Tigers. Their Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. They lost 7-1. Saturday they won 6-4, and yesterday they won 3-2. So in 3 games, they've scored a total of 10 runs. Low scoring atmosphere, low scoring team. Is that going to be the way the entire time? No. Pitchers have the advantage, no doubt about it. And we're seeing that to start. We're seeing that to start. When these players have been at home, okay, they had a spring training. They had a partial spring training. They all had a couple games, and then March 12th came, and they got locked down. Here we are, the end of July. I almost said the end of April. The end of July. They had a very quick summer camp, summer training, and here we are. And we're seeing hitters struggle. How many pickles have we seen base runners get into so far on the opening weekend? More than we normally do. More than we normally see. Poor base running. Poor plays in the outfield. Or any position for that matter. The reason why the pitchers have the advantage, hitters can't just be in the off season or when they're quarantined and go out and practice, hitting a 97-mile-an-hour cutter. They don't have the ability to do that. But a pitcher can go get on any mound and simulate a game. They can even do it without a catcher if needed. Obviously, a catcher make things a little easier to simulate a game. So we see the pitchers who get into a game day mode and game day shape a lot quicker than we do the rest of the players. And we see that with their base running, their fielding, and their batting right now. No doubt about it. Jeff says, here's my thing. If you think pitchers have the advantage, which he agrees, why wouldn't you play more unders than that? Well, I do believe the totals on the games have been adjusted accordingly by Vegas and the rest of the books already. The Angels and A's was at 9. The Diamondbacks and Padres was at 8.5. When I personally think this one would have been a little higher later in the season. The Braves and the Rays at 8 to 8.5, depending on where you're betting. Cubs and Reds at 10. Some of them I do think are a tad bit on the high side still. Some I think are on the extreme low side. You know, and if you've been watching the show the last couple days, we have leaned on some unders. Primarily the Brewers and the Cubs. Under 11.5 yesterday was a winner. Out of their Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, we got 2 out of the 3 right. But, if we were getting the same lines, I would have, no problem firing on mostly unders. But I think the totals on some of these have been adjusted accordingly. And now that we're getting into, game 4 or 5, depending if you're the Nats, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, or it's their 4th game of the season, we're seeing a lot of different lines, different pitchers. Some of them still have a high juice, and they probably shouldn't be where they're at. For instance, the Astros and Josh James are laying 240 against Graveman and the Mariners for Game 4. Mariners already have a plus 240-ish or 260-ish win. I forget which one it was. KDO, nope, haven't missed any leans. We've just been talking. The Brewers laying 170 against the Pirates with Hauser and Brault on the mounds for both teams. John Lester laying $1.20 against the Reds. John Lester on the road. Anibal Sanchez, a minus 125 favorite. I don't think it's too high. I think it's probably priced about right, according to, the hitters not being up to speed just yet. The season is definitely early, and I think we'll see a lot of adjustments over the course of the next week. A lot of adjustments on the line over the course of the next week. And Robert says he likes the Reds today, but he's too afraid to bet it. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make money. But no, I think we'll see a lot of things change over the course of 1 week in baseball. Assuming they don't do anything stupid and stop playing. Assuming they don't do anything stupid and stop playing, I think we'll see some major line shifts. The Dodgers laying 300, losing twice so far against the Giants. However, should they have been laying 300? No, absolutely not. Are the Dodgers one of the best teams in baseball? They are probably the best team in baseball when they actually get the rest of the team, besides the pitching staff, in game shape, in game time playing. They will probably have the most wins out of the 60-game stretch, although they've already donked off 2 at minus 300, to the point where you're still laying 2-1, even if you're taking them on the run line. Even if you're taking them on the run line, you're still laying 2-1, and they're still losing for you. So I think those lines will shift. You know, one thing that I've always known, when the Giants go down to Chavez Ravine, they play the Dodgers tough. That's their rival. I don't care how shitty of a team the Giants have been over the last year. This guy says the Dodgers better realize they have to work hard just because they have the best overall roster. I think every team knows they have to work hard, and nothing is going to come easy in a 60-game sprint. But remember, players aren't up to game speed yet. Pitchers should be, or very close to it. So I think a lot of the, the minus 300s, as I was saying, Dodgers at home against the Giants, I stayed off a lot of those. I think we took one, and we took a total on game 2. We stayed off 3 and 4 for the fact that, generally speaking, the Giants come to play the Dodgers exceptionally well when they're on the road. And when the Dodgers head up to the Bay Area, they usually mop up on the Giants in their home stadium. No different in the NHL when the Sharks go to play the Kings. Or Vancouver plays the Kings. So it's one thing to take into consideration, and minus 300s, be careful. Anytime you're getting plus 300, remember, and one thing that you have to remember, more so in the beginning of the season. First of all, it's Major League Baseball. This is not college. This is not AAA. Even though some, players like David Price who opted out to play are little pansies and bitches. So there are some AAA players that are getting their shot. However, they were going to be Major League Baseball players anyways. This is the majors. It's professional baseball. It's professional sports players. They're professional athletes for a reason. Every single one of these teams, as you have already seen, can win on any given day. Each team has played at least 3 games, and we do not have an undefeated team. Let that one sink in. After 3 games, after a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could add in Thursday because you had a couple, you had the Dodgers and the Giants and the Nats and the Yankees play as well. But for primarily out of 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we do not have one undefeated team. The Braves are 2-1, tied with the Marlins, who are 2-1. Constantine says the Astros should be 3-0. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, brother. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. They didn't. They didn't close it out, so you can't. The game ain't over until the, excuse me to all the plus sizes out there, but, until the fat lady sings. Until that 9th inning is over, or that last out in extra innings is over, it ain't over till it's over, especially in sports. Look at the Nationals, the Phillies, 1-2 on the year. The Cubs tied with the Cardinals in the NL Central, 2-1. Here we are talking about who's in first and who's in second. We're only 3 games in. The Rockies, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Giants, they all have 2 wins in the NL West. Can the D-backs get a win today? Probably not. But if they did, they would tie everybody else in the NL West with a 2-2 record or a 2-1 record. Take a look at the American League. You got the Orioles. I'm trying not to curse, but I mean, really? Baltimore's in first place in the AL East. after 3 days. I tried saying that with a straight face. Baltimore, 2-1. They're tied with the Yankees and the Rays for the AL East. They've got 57 games to go. The Red Sox, 1-2 on the year. The Indians, the Tigers, and the Twins, 2-1 in the AL Central. Now the AL West, the A's and the Astros, 2-1. Which leaves the bottom dwellers, the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Angels, at the bottom of the pack. Race to 60, folks. This is postseason mode from the get-go. 60 games, 66 days. And this is technically day 4. Technically, it's day 4. Padres tying it up 2-2. Runners on first and third with no outs. Robert says, what do I think of the Red Sox and the Mets tonight? Well, we do have a daily free play, and we'll break down that game. But if you want to know what our free play is on it, you need to watch the daily free play video. But I will tell you the play that I gave away in the daily free play video. And if you know what it is, please don't post it in the comment section. Because that's why we make videos, is so that way you guys watch them. That way you guys hit the thumbs up button. That way you guys drop comments. But that play is a premium play. It's one of our premium plays of the day. If you want the other premium plays, you'll need to sign up. But we'll break down that game here in just a minute. I know we've got some baseball starting in 20 minutes. So we'll keep going. Sometimes we can get off subject and, it was the Jets plus 23. Yes, sometimes we can get off subject and get going on other subjects, and we get lost and sidetracked. And that's cool, and that's all good. But, the name of the game is trying to figure out angles to put more money in your guys' pockets. So let's take a look at John Lester and the Cubs going up against Miley and the old Reds, who are 1-2. The Reds cost us some money the last couple of days. Do they bounce back today, or do they do what they've been doing? And give it up. Nick Hill says, this Angels yuck team, the Angels have been a tad bit rough. They do have a runner on first with 2 outs, so I'm sure Fletcher will ground out or pop out or strike out. 7 hits, no runs on the day. Like I said earlier, when we first started, I actually have a couple friends and a couple others that I know that I wouldn't call them friends, more acquaintances, that are really large on the over. I didn't see it. I didn't personally bet it, which I'm glad I didn't. It definitely perked my interest when I got a call from one of them and I heard about how much money they were putting on the over. And I personally didn't see it going over. I can see the making of it. Obviously, it's baseball. Top of the 7th, anything can happen. 6 runs will make it a push. Obviously, anything can happen. But I didn't see it, but I am rooting for them as well as everybody on Oakland or on the A's, whatever side you guys are on. I root for you guys all. Padres taking the lead 3-2 off a Olivares single to center. They're up 3-2, bases loaded. Nick Hill says, today thought Angels will even out the series. Word of advice and caution. I wouldn't necessarily rely on my handicapping on the hopes that a team will even out a series. Pay no attention to who's doing what in the series or what the series score is. Okay? Every new game is a new chance to make a bet. And the number one factor in your equation should be who's the starting pitchers. And players in those key personnel spots, the Mike Trouts, the Cespedes, the Acuna Juniors, the JD Martinez, are they healthy and are they going to start? Are they in the rotation? Are they in the starting lineup? Or are they getting a day off? Those should be things that you're putting into your handicap. Robert S. says the game may hit on both teams' overs and the total overs for the game. Cubs and Reds will as well. Robert Allen says all the best batters haven't been batting well, really. And that's to be expected, to be honest. I mean, if you take into consideration what we were talking about, how, they haven't had the ability for opportunities to get into game time shape, it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense, and that's exactly why we are where we are. Or where they are, where they are. And that's why we have to make sure that we're betting accordingly and taking that into, consideration. And obviously, when things change, you adjust. Nick Hill says, can the Angels do a miracle? I do believe they can. You said, right, this should have been more runs. Absolutely. There's been 12 hits. Can they do a miracle? They can. Miracles happen. Is it going to happen? Probably not, the way that they've been playing. They've had 12 hits. In total, there's been what? 3 walks. So 15 base runners have crossed at least first base. 15 runners. Padres busting it open 6-2. 15 runners have combined between the Angels and the Athletics have reached first base. And here we are, 3-0 game. Never as what's going on, generally speaking, a good rule of thumb, and this is more of an unspoken rule of thumb, take the total of hits, add it to the total of walks to get your combined amount of base runners. Divide it by 2 and then add a run, possibly 2, if they've been hitting home runs. If they're just knocking in 1 runner at a time, then add the 2, divide, and it gives you a general idea of where the total probably should have been. So if you've had 15 base runners, I would say a lot of double plays. And you got to take that into consideration, a lot of double play balls. You get a runner on first, you get a double play. You get a runner on a leadoff double, a walk, then a double play, then a strikeout. Boom, your inning's done. 2 runners stranded and wasted. The Indian game was postponed. They must have just announced it. Oh, for the rain? I know it's been raining there, but I don't think it should be an issue. I'm sure they'll eventually get back to playing there. Pop my screen back up here. Somehow did a split screen on my iPad. So yeah, I do believe there should have been more runs in the Angels and A's game so far. Will it get there? It's got, the possibility, but I doubt it. All right, so want to move along. And down the line, Kind of like what the Padres are doing, busting open the Diamondbacks at 6-2, runner on third, bottom of the fourth. Still no outs. As far as the Cubs and the Reds go, I don't have anything on this game. I don't have anything on the Cubs-Reds game. It's not a premium play, not a system play, and I don't have it as a personal play either. As far as this one goes, John Lester is a big hit or miss. Taking a look at the total, it's over and under 10. Individual team totals over and under 4.5. The Reds should definitely be able to have opportunities. Matthew, I actually know multiple people that have mid five-figure bets spread out on the over. But yes, it's definitely not looking good. John Lester against the Reds. Back in August of last year, he pitched 5 complete innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. He had 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. Gave up 1 dinger. June 30th of last year, 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 5 hits on 4 runs on 5 hits, He had 2 walks and he had 8 strikeouts. Back in July, he pitched 6 1/3. He gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. He had 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Taking a look at the Reds here in a second. John Lester did get a warm-up start on the 22nd against the Twins. Last Wednesday, he went 4 1/3. He was on his game. He gave up 1 run, 1 hit. He did have 2 walks, and he had 4 strikeouts. Matthew, I don't have that option. I don't have that option to cash out. We don't have FanDuel, and Bet365 won't let Americans. So does John Lester continue where he left off in his 1 tune-up summer start? Taking a look at Wade Miley for the Reds. Good old number 22. He did not have a summer warm-up start. He had a couple... he was inserted into a couple games in March in spring training. March 1st against the Brewers. He lasted 1 1/3 in a reliever spot. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. He had 2 strikeouts. Against Oakland, I think a handful of days after that, he pitched 2 1/3. He had 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. He gave up 2 hits, gave up 4 runs as well. No data on how he faces the Cubs, because there is none. Bovada lets you cash out. Okay, I'm not a Bovada guy by any means. Pitching matchup, I'd have to say, definitely favors the Cubs. That's why you find them as a -116 favorite on 5 dimes. Taking a look at, an interesting first 5 wager on the Cubs and the Reds. The first 5 is at 6. So the books are, predicting runs to be early in 6 of them. They're expecting one of these pitchers to get tagged. Obviously, they have the Cubs favored in the first 5. They're minus $1.20. Like I said, pitching matchup definitely favors the Cubs and John Lester. His last start, his little summer warm-up start, he pitched flawless over 4 innings. James, thanks for tuning in. We've had sports this entire time. They've just been international. We haven't stopped. Now the total runs for both teams combined is 6. But on 5 dimes, you can get individual team totals over and under 2.5 apiece. 2.5 for the Cubs, 2.5 for the Reds. Do the math, add them up, they equal 5. Where's the other one coming from? You're very welcome, Christopher. Now, one thing that I do like, and I know I took a stab at this with the Phillies the other day and it kind of burned us. I do like the Cubs first 5 over 2.5. I do like the Cubs first 5 over 2.5. Okay, I am going to bet that myself. I am going to bet that personally. Kadio says, I'm having a change of heart on this Reds game. Let's be honest, who's the better team? The Cubs or the Reds? All the way down the roster, comparing roster to roster. Cubs are definitely the better team. No doubt about it. Cubs are definitely the better team. I use 5 dimes. They have the best lines, the best odds. They have multiple books inside 5 dimes to use to shop around your odds. Not only do you have 5 dimes, but you've got Sports Betting Prime, Sports Betting Ultra, Live Betting Extra, and Sports Betting Plus, a free betting contest as well. Constantine says, Reds better pitching though, question mark. If you take into consideration Trevor Bauer, as far as aces in the hole, Sonny Gray maybe. I don't think Sonny Gray is on an elite pitching level yet. Trevor Bauer, he's proven himself over the years, no doubt about it. But as far as pitching staff goes for the Reds, with the exception of Trevor Bauer, and then below him I'd have to say Sonny Gray. Where's the rest of their superstar pitching staff at? It's not there. Do they have quality pitchers? Absolutely. Absolutely. Darvish, obviously he got beat up a little bit. Hendricks. The Cubs, in my opinion, have the best closer in baseball in Kimbrel. And I might be a little biased from his time at the Braves. John Lester. Quintana, who's on the 10-day DL with a thumb injury. Wait till he comes back. So as far as pitching matchup, no. You compare pitchers side by side on a pitcher's rosters with the Cubs and the Reds. I lean towards the Cubs all day long. I personally disagree with Chapman being the best closer. But it's my opinion. Marco says on 5 dimes you win 5 in a row in their betting contest, get you $50 in bets, I believe. I'm always bad about participating in that. I always forget. Always. Always, always, always. Always. The Indians will play a doubleheader tomorrow, with C starting game 1 on Tuesday. Rondo gets the nightcap start for the Indians. Yes, Jeff, we already went over the Marlins game tomorrow is already scrapped. They're supposed to travel tomorrow, assuming they pass their COVID test, by bus to Baltimore. Well, they'll play in Baltimore. All right, so let's get this one down there because I'm betting it. So it's more than a lean. Let's make it a free play. Cubs, first 5 team total, over 2.5. Matter of fact, somebody just bet it because it went from $1.10 to $1.15. Which one of you guys bet it? There we go. You guys probably can't even read that with my messy shenanigans over here. So, all right, we'll just do the, hopefully we don't get, it's supposed to be a 5 there, dingbat. There we go. All right, if you guys can't figure this out, we'll figure out something else. But there you go, on the board. Cubs first 5, over 2.5 team total. Team total. Let's put that in there. Put the TT. Free official play. Put that in the comment section for you guys as well. We may take a while to get to them, but we're going to get some winners. All right, we're going to get some winners. We may not be the service that just runs down the list and reads them off to you. Take this, take that. TT, no inappropriate comments. We may not just go down the list and give you a million plays. But we'll give you quality. Yes, sir. James rained out. Doubleheader tomorrow. Cease on the mound for game 1. All right. Moving down the list. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. So, moving down the list. Only got a few more games to play, or games to go over. Braves, Tampa Bay, starting at 6:40. Braves in Tampa Bay. Should be a good game. I don't know where my live chat went. There we go. KO says he thinks the Cubs and Reds game is delayed. Matthew, no, they're not going to ban you. Yes, KDO, the game will not be on time. It'll definitely be delayed. They're hoping to start tonight. They're not canceling it or postponing it, but they're definitely making an attempt to get the game to go today. But as far as 5 dimes go, no. Blue Jays up 1-0. Blue Jays up 1-0 with a Hernandez home run. Leadoff home run. Anibal Sanchez giving up that one. Kind of talked about good old Anibal. Well, they're not going to cancel it. They'll postpone it so they make it up as a doubleheader, but they're not going to cancel it. But again, more than likely, it's not going to start on time, but more than likely it'll go off later on tonight at one point. Unless they believe the rain will continue to pour, then they'll schedule it for a doubleheader, just like they did with the Indians game. But taking a look at the Braves. Mike Florent's on the mound. Tyler Glasnow for the Rays. Glasnow has been an ace in the hole for the Rays for quite some time. Rays laying a little bit of juice, not much here, minus $1.45 against the Braves. The Braves have had to been that come from behind team, putting up a big 14 spot there yesterday. Robert S. says, there goes the parlay. Which parlay is that? The line for the Rays is down to $1.34 plus 124 for the Braves. Total on this one is over and under 8.5, minus $1.05, trending in the downward trajectory. Individual team totals have the Rays at 4.5 plus 105. The Braves at 3.5 at minus 120. That's a full game total there for the Braves, over and under 3.5. First 5 on this one has the Braves total to 1.5 runs on Glasnow in the first 5. Take a look at Glasnow. William tuning in via text. Thank you, sir. Taking a look at his little spring training. He got a couple innings. It doesn't kill my parlay. It just takes one game out. It doesn't kill my parlay. It just makes it from an 8-teamer to a 7-teamer. And with the Indians. And if the Cubs game is completely canceled for today, then it'll turn it into a 6-teamer. But 5 dimes will still honor it. There's still action on it. Just be a no bet on that contest. Now, Glasnow did get a couple starts, or a couple innings, in spring training. Marcus, how do I do what? How do you do that? With the parlay? You have to parlay the props. Go to Major League Baseball props on 5 dimes. No score in the first inning. I did an 8-teamer for $60 that paid back $22,000 and change. As of right now, I think we're down to a 7-teamer. He did give up a couple hits. Obviously, you got to get hits in order to get a couple runs on the board. Glasnow facing the Braves. He did face him in spring training last year, where the Braves tagged him for 8 hits and 4 runs. Obviously, that was spring training, okay? But they did tag him. They did tag him pretty good. That was last year in spring training. Other than that, they've only faced him in spring training. And I will tell you this, the Braves have tagged him every single time in spring training. He pitched 2 2/3 of an inning on March 13th a couple years ago. Gave up 6 hits, 5 runs. So, be leery. The Braves have tagged him. Braves have had no issues tagging him. Granted, it is spring training, and he's had a roster spot every single year he's been on the team. But I would be careful. Now, for the Braves, good old Mikey on the mound today. What can we say about Florentz? He's a pitcher that has definitely made us some good money, primarily towards the end of the season last year. where he was limiting most teams to under 3 runs a game. And he'll go 6-7 innings. As far as his summer outing, he went 4 1/3. He gave up 9 hits and 6 runs. He did give up 3 dingers, and he had 4 strikeouts. So that I didn't really like. Going up against Tampa Bay in spring training this year on March 7th, he faced him. He gave up 1 hit, no runs. He had 6 strikeouts and 2 walks through 3 2/3 in this March. Taking a look at any other prior times he's faced the Rays, at least going back any recent times, there really hasn't been any meetings, so you can't really judge anything other than the one spring training where he pitched 3 2/3 of an inning. As far as his little one summer start stint on the 21st against Miami, lowly Miami, who is, obviously leading their division right now, 2-1, with a record of 2-1, did give up 9 hits, 6 walks, and he gave up 3 long balls to a Miami team. Now the Rays, they've been putting up runs. They lost their opener against the Blue Jays. They lost 6-4. They gave up 6. They put up 4. They won 4-1 against the Blue Jays in Game 2, and they just put up 6 yesterday. They needed extra innings to get there. So for this one, as far as this game goes, I do lean towards the over. I do lean towards the over, and not only the over, but one thing that I am going to bet, and the over on this one, guys, is right now 8.5. This one here is 8.5. Make sure it hasn't changed at all. It's at 8.5 minus 105. Now, one thing that I am going to do as well, and I'm not a big team total person. I'm not a big first fives, but the beginning of the season, there are some juicy things, and I'll do a couple unorthodox things. But as far as this game goes, as far as the side, no opinion on it. Thank you for the frozen screen update. I'll get that one fixed. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I was actually looking at my notes here. But as far as this one goes, which I see we still have a frozen screen. As far as this one goes, I'm working on that frozen screen. Keep hitting the wrong button, not paying attention. But as far as this one goes, individual team total for the Braves for the first 5. For the first 5 is actually, to me personally, very attractive. First 5 over 1.5. They have absolutely dominated the last 2 times they met Tyler Glass. Now, yes, it was spring training. Yes, it was. But I absolutely love this team total. It's over 1.5. Yes, I'm going to be betting it. As soon as we get off live, I will be betting it. So we're going to put it here as well. Come on. There we go. Better than my chicken scratch, because I'll be honest, I got some chicken scratch. So we'll get it on the board. Don't even know if you guys can see it. But if you can't, well, there you go. I'll put it in the comment sections for you guys as well. Put it in the comment section as well. That's an official free play. Those are going to be the only team totals that I'm taking today. Those are individual team totals for the first 5. I can't even type today. Over 1.5 runs. Lock it in. And that should be a nice one. Okay. That should be a nice one right there. They've tagged Glass now every single time they faced him in spring training. We need a walk and a home run, and you've got a winner. Okay, should be very simple. We should be able to get it. The Braves have been hitting exceptionally well. Now the run department, obviously they put some up the other day. Hopefully they'll be able to do the same for us today, especially leaning towards the total and actually betting the individual first 5 team total. So the normal cam, for some reason I can't get to unfreeze, so we'll just stick with this one. We'll just stick with this one for now, folks, and roll with that one. But anyways, moving right along. Brewers, Pirates. Hauser on the mound for the Brewers. You've got Stephen Brault on the mound for the Pirates. No opinion on this one as far as the total goes on this one. At first thought, I was definitely leaning towards the under, but then again, Brewers, they have the capability to knock some balls in, so I stayed off the total on this one, which was what I personally thought a little on the high side at 10, but it's dropped to 9.5. So I think I was definitely leaning towards the right direction, but I stayed off of it. It's over 9.5 now, minus $1.05. I've seen it at 10 earlier today. Taking a look down the list, Royals, Tigers, no opinion on that one completely. We'll just skip right over that one. Astros and the Mariners, because we have been live for a little while now. If you haven't already done so, take 1 second out of your day, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap that little bell to get instant notifications, and do us a favor. If you're watching, X out of your live chat if you're on your mobile device. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Gonna do something fun. Gonna give away a 1-day access to our premium plays. And all you have to do Michael, you're cracking me up. And you already have access to premium plays. Guess which number I wrote down between 0 and 100. The first one on my screen, not your screen. Slight disclaimer. On my screen, which you guys can probably see it on the screen right now. You probably saw what I wrote down. So the first one to guess it gets access to premium plays. There's only a couple left. But the first one on my screen gets it. No purchase necessary, no credit card required. And if you already have access to it, then you're shit out of luck. Your package doesn't get extended a day. We'll just do it all again for somebody else. So this is to get people that aren't on. So if you already have it, well, so sad, too bad. But we do have a winner. We do have a winner, and he is not on it. He is not on it, so now you have access. Sean, you are the winner. Sean Bolin, you are the winner. I just gave you access to the remaining premium plays for today. All you have to do is log in. Congratulations, you won. Number 22, is the answer. I don't know which camera we're on. 22 is the answer. Congratulations. You already have access, so just log back in. Remember, if you have 2 packages now, if you're using a cell phone, make sure you turn it sideways. Turn it sideways, scroll down, click the small little box that has 4 little windows in it. And then you'll be good to go. And then you'll be good to go. Your football number. It's a good number. It's a good number. So there's that one. All right, so take a look at the Mariners and the Astros real quick. We're going to run through a couple of these kind of fast. Here we are. You've got the Astros with Josh James on the mound laying 230. All right, they're laying 230 up against the Mariners, who are catching plus 210. Hell, you could even get the Mariners, who have won a game, who did beat them already. Okay, they did beat them, and they beat them yesterday, 7-6. Okay, they beat them yesterday, 7-6. They lost 7-2 and 8-2 before that. They've got Graveman on the mound going up against little old Josh James. Okay. As far as this one goes, as far as this game goes, opinion on the side, I do have a play on it, so I'm not going to say nothing on that one. Does Josh James come out and pitch an exceptional game? We'll find out. Graveman should do decent today. However, there's no denying Houston's capability to get base hits, home runs, and move runners from first to home plate. So, as far as the total goes on this one, this was another first 5 that I had a little interest in. Until I saw that the total was originally 9. All right? The total was originally 9 on this one. You can still find it at 9. Over 9.5 is actually even money at plus 110. But the first 5 on this one, team total, was over 5.5. My opinion, kind of high. To an Astros team that can knock the ball in, but comparing it to what the actual full game total was at 9, 5.5 in the first 5, they're saying one of these pitchers is going to get lit up, if not both, in the first 5. But as far as this one goes, Chemo says he's taking Josh James in his FanDuel lineup. He better pitch a gem. I'm talking mini Verlander. I hear you there. I wish you good luck on that one. But as far as the first 5 on this one, I was originally leaning towards the over. And then I saw it was 5.5, so I completely stayed off of it. And it's minus 105. You can get over 5 at minus 135. I was expecting it to come in around the 4.5 mark. Unfortunately, it didn't. So once I saw that, I stayed off of the team total, or excuse me, the first 5 total, combined total. Now, the Mariners' first 5 team totals minus 125. If Josh James doesn't pitch a gem, it may be worth a shot at Seattle first 5 over 1.5. Yeah, that's a walk and a dinger, you know. A base hit, a walk, and a double. Any which combination of getting 2 runners across home plate. But I do think Josh James should have an exceptional game today, and hopefully for Chemo, he pitches a mini Verlander series there for you. But as far as the first 5, again, completely off on it. OJ Hernandez says, what do you think about Milwaukee run line? Milwaukee run line against Pittsburgh. No opinion on that one. No opinion on that one. Yep, 3 more outs for the Oakland A's to get done in the top of the ninth, and then beating up the Angels. Chad, Bitcoin is definitely up today, skyrocketing to 11.2. Bitcoin making a giant run today. Bitcoin definitely making a giant run, which is always good to see. So as far as the rest of the games on board, you've got the Mets and the Red Sox. Waka on the mound, Osich on the mound for the Red Sox. We did give out a daily free play in this one, in our daily free play video. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. There is a great free play in there for everybody. Oh yes, I know what you guys were talking about earlier when you said there goes the parlay. Yes, with the home run, the dinger that Sanchez gave up. With the dinger that Sanchez gave up, yes, there went my $60. Absolutely. I thought you were talking about the game being canceled. I didn't know you were talking about the actual home run. I didn't even think about that one. OJ Hernandez says the Mets can't put up runs. They've got a great offensive lineup. They'll start hitting the ball sooner or later. Against Josh Osich, maybe that's the day. Maybe that's the day. But anyways, if you know what that free play is, please don't post it in the comment section here. That's why we do the videos. If you want to know what that play is, and it's also a premium play, make sure you go watch that video when we're done here, and we'll be done here in just a minute. NFL releasing a 1-week social justice plan. Haven't seen what that one's about just yet. But if you want to know what the free official plays are, there is a B on there, or there should have been. All right, there should be a... There we go. One day we'll figure that out. One day they'll figure that out. We'll figure that one out. All right, so take a look at the Red Sox, guys. Red Sox 1-2 on the year to the race to 60. Dropping 2 out of their first 3 games. They had their big 13-2 win to start the season. They lost 7-2. Then they lost 7-4. Back-to-back games against the Orioles. Red Sox have given up runs to the tune of 16 runs over the course of the last 3 games. The Mets should have ample opportunity today to score and put up runs. Now, the Mets, 1-2, struggling to score. They've put up 5 total runs in 3 games. However, they've played a very tough Braves team. The Braves played them exceptional well. They lost game 1. The Braves lost game 1. Mets won them. Mets won, beat them 1-0 with DeGrom on the mound. Then they lost 5-3 in extra innings or towards the end of the game. And then yesterday, 14-1. And the Braves just put a whooping on them. Rick Porcello gave up 7 hits and 7 runs and 2 innings pitched yesterday. So I think we'll see a different Mets team today. I think they'll have opportunities to hit the ball and put them in play. And if you want to know what the official free play is, and again, it is a premium play, you got to watch that video. But this video's free plays. They're up there on the board. Cubs first 5 over team total over 2.5, and the Braves first 5 individual team total over 1.5 against Glasnow. And the Rays, I think they get the job done there. Again, if you're new to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe right down below. Tap that little bell. That way you get instant notifications. So, I know long show, a lot of rambling, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of off-topic conversations, which is absolutely fun and great. One thing that we're not going to do is we're not just going to go down the list and give you, umpteen free plays. Take this, take that, take this, take that. You want that? I mean, there's SBR. There's all those other places that will do that. Hell, you can go to SBR and, get both sides of the games 3 times each throughout the course of a day. By the place that pushes offshores and rates them. You wonder why they lose so much. Michael says, Cappers Nation drained my battery. Damn. That's good. That's good. We will be back live tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to try different time slots throughout the week till we can find the best time slot possible that works for everybody. And Jeff knows it's true. You guys know it's true. If you guys have watched videos on YouTube, you guys know it's true. Don't look now, but the Angels trying to make a 9th inning comeback, top of the 9th. Runner on first, 1 out. They're only another base hit and a home run away from tying it up. Stassi up to bat. With Fletcher and then Trout. So watch out if they can get another runner on. Tom says 4:30 Eastern time works. Well, what we're going to be doing, they're on the board if you're able to see them. And they're in the comment section. If you scroll back up in the comment section, they're in the comment section. But once basketball starts here in just a couple days, we'll be going live multiple times per day. Multiple times per day. 2 times per day, actually. Jeff says 2 outs. Is it over? But no, we'll be live a couple times a day once basketball starts, and the fun will really commence then. So we'll have a segment where we probably go over. I'm not going to separate it where we do only baseball and then only basketball or hockey. We'll probably do a little bit of both during each show. That way, for people that tune in late, you guys are able to get a little bit of information on both. So it'll be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of good times, a lot of laughs. Jeff doesn't want Trout to get up. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And Fletcher's got to make base in order for that to happen. So keep me posted. But once we get off live, I can flip the 2x2 wall into TVs, and we can go from there. So, but again, everybody that tuned in, thank you. Great time. Free plays on the board and in the comment section, as well as a free premium play in the daily free play video. So if you haven't watched that one, watch that one. Do us a favor. Give us a big thumbs up. And let us know you appreciate all the hard work. And same thing with this video. Give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And the show's just going to get better and better and better. More information as the season goes on. It's still early. It's still early in the whole thick of things. And things will literally only get better. So good luck, everybody. Always bet within your means. As we always say, don't do anything stupid. And we'll be live again tomorrow. Same time, same place. For a lot more fun. And the good old laughs. So we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Daily free play video for tomorrow will be coming out here in a little bit. Good luck to everybody. And we'll see you guys all